Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, Honorable Investment Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Engineer Khalid Abdulaziz Al Falih, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and very good morning. This is Mushfiqa Ifat, Deputy Director, Governance Innovation Unit, Prime Minister's Office, Bangladesh. It's my honor and privilege to welcome you all today to the concession agreement signing ceremony between Chittagong Port Authority, Bangladesh, and Red Sea Gateway Terminal International, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, for operation of newly built Potinga Container Terminal. The Potinga Container Terminal project is a new window for the economic development of Bangladesh. This terminal will increase our port's capacity, enable smooth trade, and open up new business and job opportunities. It will serve as a doorway to international markets, opening up new scopes for our businesses to connect with the world. Red Sea Gateway Terminal International, with the reputation of managing Jeddah Port Terminal, will surely manage the Potinga Container Terminal with the skills and technical know-how, which will gradually increase the capacity of Chittagong Port Authority. It is important to note that the signing of the concession deal represents a significant milestone in the economic development of Bangladesh. The agreement is more than just a document. It is evidence of the common goals and steadfast dedication to economic success of our two nations. In addition to trade and investment, our two nations are working together to fortify their bilateral economic partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, to begin the program, I would like to request His Excellency Khalid Mahmood Chaudhry, Honorable Minister of State for the Ministry of Shipping, to make his opening remarks.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Honorable Prime Minister, Government of the People Republic Bangladesh, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina MP, His Excellency Mr. Khalid Al Falih, Honorable Minister of Investment, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Excellency Mr. Isa bin Yusuf Al Rulayyan, Ambassador of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to Bangladesh, Mr. Salman F. Rahman, Private Industry and Investment Advisor to Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Member of Saudi Business Delegation, Military and Civil Official and Dignitary, Representative of Chittagong Port Authority, Red Sea Gateway Terminal International, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of print, electronics and online media, Assalamu alaikum. Very good morning. At the outset, I could like to welcome Saudi delegation in the maritime Bangladesh. Today we are going to witness the occasion agreement signing ceremony between Chattogram Port Authority and Red Sea Gateway Terminal International. This is a red letter day in the maritime history of Bangladesh. As the State Minister of Ministry of Shipping, I am feeling proud to be the part of the history. Ministry of Shipping always voice of sensitize the maritime sector among the potential investor by the regularly showcasing all domestic and international best practice in order to realize the Vision 2041. As part of this, by the direction of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina MP, Ministry of Shipping has taken the decision to encourage a reputed global private terminal operator to operate Potinga Container Terminal. At last, through a long journey, the dream come into action today. I hope the transformation of Chattogram port from tool port model to landlord port model through this occasion agreement will certainly encourage the port performance of Bangladesh remarkably. Except the RSGTI, with their vast experience in managing and operating world-class terminal, would be able to upgrade port operation and management capacity of Bangladesh. I hope this occasion agreement between RSGTI and CPA will be prime mover of port cooperation rather than the port competition. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh, the proud daughter of Father of Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the architect of digital Bangladesh, and the leader of the much people, Desh Ratna, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina MP, for her guidance and leadership to make this event a success. I would also like to express my heartfelt thanks to His Excellency Mr. Khalid Al Falih, Honorable Minister of Investment Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, for his gorgeous presence in this occasion. I am grateful to the officers of Prime Minister Office for their relentless support to make this occasion happen. I am also grateful to the official of Ministry of Shipping, PPP Authority, CPA, and Red Sea Gateway for their tireless effort to make the deal successfully won. I conclude, I refront the commitment of Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to fulfill the Father of Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman dream to build a Sonar Bangla by promoting foreign direct investment in the maritime sector of Bangladesh, inshallah. Thanks for you and your attention. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu, long live Bangladesh, long live Bangladesh-Saudi relationship.
Thank you, Honorable State Minister, for your very welcoming speech. Now, I am requesting Mr. Amir A. Alireza, Chairman, Red Sea Gateway Terminal International, to come on stage and to say a few words.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Prime Minister, Your Excellency Advisor Salman Rahman, Your Excellency Honorable Minister of Shipping, Your Excellency Engineer Khalid Al Falih, Minister of Investment of Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum. We are honored to be presented here today at the occasion of the signing of the landmark agreement between the Chittagong Port Authority and Red Sea Gateway Terminal. Honorable Prime Minister, we want to thank you for entrusting us with such an important project of this magnitude, an important project to Bangladesh. We pledge our commitment as a company and as individuals. We at RSGT are grateful to the Bangladeshi authorities for the speed and professionalism with which this project processed and have been conducted, laying the foundation for this project to become the most advanced and efficient terminal, not only in Bangladesh, but in the entire region. We are excited about the prospects of making further investments in not only this, our first project, but other projects in the maritime sector. Our countries share a robust bond highlighted by economic collaboration and cultural ties. Bangladesh's impressive economic trajectory positions it as an emerging Asian tiger, and the Pentagon project is a testament to Bangladesh's fast-growing attractiveness as an investment destination for Saudi capital. I want to thank you once again, Madam Prime Minister, for the trust you have put in Red Sea Gateway Terminal, and we believe, inshallah, this will be the beginning of many other further investments from other Saudi companies as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Now, may I request His Excellency Salman Fazlur Rahman, Private Industry and Investment Advisor to the Honorable Prime Minister, to address the audience.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, Honorable Minister of Investment Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Excellency Engineer Khalid Al-Faleh, Honorable State Minister for Shipping, all the visiting members of the Saudi delegation from the private sector as well as the government of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, representative of the Bangladesh private sector, representatives of the government of Bangladesh, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning to all of you. Today for me it is an extremely important and I feel very happy that we have finally arrived at this stage. I remember when I first mentioned to Honorable Prime Minister that we have this proposal from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and that we should, from the Red Sea Gate for the Patinga terminal in Chittagong, she immediately said, yes, I would, if it is Saudi Arabia, then we should go ahead and do it. And as just a little while ago in the bilateral meeting between His Excellency, the Investment Minister and Honorable Prime Minister, His Excellency mentioned that Bangladesh could have given this to many other global companies, but we chose Saudi Arabia and the Red Sea Gate terminal, Red Sea Gateway terminal. There was also, I'd like to say that there was a lot of resistance. The idea of handing this Chittagong port to the private sector, not only to the private sector, but to a foreign private sector. But it was the dynamic leadership, farsightedness of Honorable Prime Minister. She has actually, today, where we have achieved the, Bangladesh, it's recognized as being a role model for development in the developing countries. And she has relied on the private sector. Before she came to power, and after she came to power, she has opened up all the areas which were exclusively held with the public sector to the private sector. She was the first. We had only one television station which was owned by the government. Today we have over 50 private television stations. We had one airline which was owned by the government. Today we have more private sector airlines. We had only 4 nationalized banks. Today we have over 60 banks in the private sector. We had only one insurance company which was owned by the private sector, by the government. Today we have, 60 to 70 insurance companies. In all areas, in power generation, the government was the only sole generator of power. Today she opened up the power generation to the private sector. So today, whatever Bangladesh has been done is because of her tremendous support to the private sector. She believes in the private sector and she relies on the private sector to be the engine of growth. Her philosophy has been that the government will play a facilitation role. The government should not do business, the government should help business. That is what her thing has been, and this is exactly where Bangladesh has now come to her because of her dynamic leadership and her farsightedness. I would like to take this opportunity to actually thank first the Ministry of Shipping, the Chittagong Port Authority, the Public-Private Partnership Authority of the Prime Minister's Office, and also the Principal Secretary of Prime Minister's Office for getting this deal together. It was really, this was a first of its kind, and I think all of us worked very hard to do this. And I would really like to thank also the Red Sea Gateway Terminal. They have also done the negotiations in a very, very professional manner, and very soon we have come to an agreement. And of course, all of this was possible because I think His Excellency Engineer Khalid Al-Faleh, the investment minister for Saudi Arabia, from the background he was pushing us, and I think he created an enabling environment for all of us to have this happen today. So I'm very, very happy, and I would like to really thank His Excellency. I sent him a voice message requesting him to come here, and he said that, well, I'm in China, and okay, I'll try. And I thought he was in China and he was going to come back. On the way he gave me, 14th was the date he had mentioned to me. But then he was very kind and he said, no, I will come to you on my way to China. And he arrived very early in late night, early in the morning. And then again, in this short notice, to have arranged such a large delegation of very prominent Saudi businessmen who have come with him, I really would like to thank, and also the Deputy Minister of Investment, my friend Badr Al-Badr, for organizing this such a large delegation at such short notice. I really welcome all the Saudi businessmen who are here, the companies who are here, and the Bangladeshi counterparts. And I'm sure that after 11:30, when you're going to have your round table conferences and your B2B meetings, I hope many of you will come away with some solid deals. And for those Saudi businessmen who have come to Bangladesh for the first time, I hope that this is going to be the first of many visits to Bangladesh. Again, thank you, and I welcome you, and you have a good stay in Bangladesh. Thank you very much. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu, long live Bangladesh-Saudi friendship.
Thank you, Honorable Advisor. May I have the honor to request His Excellency Engineer Khalid Abdul Aziz Al-Faleh, Honorable Investment Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, to deliver a speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. Your Excellency, the Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, Your Excellency, Honorable Advisor to the Prime Minister, Salman Fazlur Rahman, Your Excellency, Honorable Khalid Mahmoud Chowdhury, State Minister for Shipping, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and to Bangladesh, Mr. Amir Zainal, the two co-chairs of the Saudi Business Council, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and a very good day and good morning to each and every one of you. It is indeed a pleasure and a privilege for me to join you here in Mecca, the capital city of this brotherly great nation, the Republic of Bangladesh. As we mark today the beginning of what I consider to be truly a new chapter in our very friendly relations between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Bangladesh. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you, Your Excellency, the Honorable Prime Minister, and your government for your warm welcome and hospitality since this delegation and prior delegations have set afoot on your very hospitable country. And I think I speak for everybody on the Saudi side when I say coming to Bangladesh is like coming home. And it is all thanks to the gracious and welcoming spirit embodied by you personally, the Honorable Prime Minister. I wish to start today, Prime Minister, by congratulating you personally on the extraordinary journey Bangladesh has made in the last almost 2 decades under your wise and determined and far-sighted leadership. The rapid economic growth experienced by the nation has put Bangladesh on track to graduate from the UN's least developed countries list to a developing country status in 2026, and this is no easy feat. This is indeed a big achievement, which we congratulate you on. Of course, we see this in numbers. We see a strong economic performance last year, 7% GDP during a period where the rest of the world was slowing down. Even this year, you're maintaining that momentum with what is expected to be a 6% GDP growth, which further underlines your country's attractiveness as an investment destination. In addition, of course, to your strategic location on the Bay of Bengal as a trade and shipping hub, which very much explains what His Excellency Salman Rahman mentioned. It didn't take a lot of convincing for me to get these prominent leaders and companies to get here within a 48-hour notice. I would also like to put our presence here in a longer period and a broader context by reminding all of us that the depth and the breadth of the strong relations that connect our two nations and our people and lands are literally second to none. Historical evidence suggests that early Muslim merchants visited the Bengal region while traversing the silk and spice roads in the first millennium. One of the earliest mosques in South Asia, which is being uncovered in northern Bangladesh, indicates the presence of Muslim traders and travelers in Bangladesh as early as the year 690 AD. Also, during the Khilafah al-Abbasiyya, Abbasid Caliphate, the famous Arab historian and geographer al-Mas'udi, who authored Muruj al-Dhahab wa Ma'adan al-Jawhar, the meadows of gold, traveled to the region and wrote about Muslim communities amongst its inhabitants. And today, coins of the Khilafah al-Abbasiyya, Abbasid Caliphate, which started in the year 750, have been discovered in many parts of the Bengal region, proving again that our spiritual, human, people-to-people relationships indeed go back into the depth of history. And today, an even more visible indicator of the depth of our relationship is the fact that Bangladesh represents Saudi Arabia's top expatriate community. Number one, as the kingdom is proud to be home to 2.8 million of your fellow countrymen and women. That is about 20% of all expatriates in Saudi Arabia. And we are more than happy to call them our brothers and sisters in Saudi Arabia and for them to consider Saudi Arabia their home. Madam Prime Minister, we can see strong evidence of the determination of our two nations to build on the historic depth of these relations which I just mentioned, and further strengthen and expand them across numerous exchanges and frequent meetings between yourself, Honorable Prime Minister, and His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman, our Crown Prince and Prime Minister, including a meeting I was happy to attend on the sidelines of the G20 in New Delhi a few weeks ago. As well as a very important visit that Your Excellency graced a very important event in Saudi Arabia, which is the International Conference on Women in Islam. And I mentioned to you in our private meeting that the Honorable Prime Minister is truly a role model and an iconic symbol for what women in our Islamic religion are able to do. Not only get to the top of leading the nations, but demonstrating time and again that they have the wisdom, they have the determination, they have the compassion, they have the passion to continue to lead and do the transformation that I only mentioned a few elements of in my remarks. But of course, our two nations are nations of institutions. And the 14th session of the Saudi-Bangladesh Joint Committee was held in Riyadh about a year ago, October of last year, as well as the Saudi-Bangladeshi Parliamentary Friendship Committee, which held its meeting in Riyadh just a few days ago. And all of these are examples of the strong relationship and their breadth. The same applies to visits by or meetings held between high-level officials, including numerous visits by your ministers, and certainly by His Excellency Minister Salman Rahman. But of course, we're happy that His Highness, our Foreign Minister, Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud was here, Minister of Transport and Logistics, Saleh Al Jasser was here. His Excellency the Minister of Commerce, Dr. Mazid Al-Qasabi, was here, and His Excellency Dr. Tawfiq Al-Rabi'a, Minister of Hajj and Umrah, in addition, of course, to this very strong delegation that accompanies me today. And of course, I had the privilege of meeting you personally on the sidelines of the Qatar Economic Forum a few months ago, where you put on fast action a number of initiatives to activate our economic relationships and to enable the Saudi private sector to invest here in multiple sectors. And I think what we're witnessing today with the award of this concession is only the first of many, many investment deals that will result from your vision, from that invitation you extended to us, and from that determination of translating all of that into action in such a short period of time. So thank you very much, Your Excellency, Madam Prime Minister. And because Bangladesh holds a special place for the kingdom, is why Saudi Arabia plays an important role in supporting Bangladesh and providing developmental financing through the Saudi Fund for Development, which is also represented in this delegation. SFD, as we call it, has financed a total of 17 projects in Bangladesh in many sectors, including railways, dams, irrigation, infrastructure, electrification, education and vocational training, and healthcare, for a total exceeding $500 million US, and I'm sure more is is to come. But I want to emphasize that developmental financing is not our favorable way of working with you, Madam Prime Minister. The best way is to create opportunity through investment. And that's why this forum we're holding today, the meetings that have been held since yesterday, and the investments that have already been recognized and will be recognized today is what I believe the beginning of the new chapter I referred to in my remarks. And that's why I'm extremely pleased to be here today under your patronage and in the presence of this group of esteemed ministers and friends from your side as well as investors to mark the next important chapter in our partnership. Today's signing of the investment agreement for the Red Sea Gateway Company project in Batanga. This award represents, in my opinion, an anchor economic connection between our two countries in one of the most, if not the most important sector in establishing strong economic relationship, which is logistics. This award to the Red Sea Gateway represents the first international port concession in Bangladesh, as well as the first and only terminal with full commercial control. Following the handover of the terminal next month, Batanga will have an annual capacity commitment of over 500,000 TEUs. And we expect as a minimum to see investments from Red Sea Gateway exceeding $170 million. But as I mentioned, this investment, this project, this concession is a small nucleus for what we hope will grow into a large, vibrant cluster of Saudi presence here in Bangladesh. And for us, Batanga also symbolizes the importance of logistics as an enabler for other sectors. And by taking this important leap, Red Sea Gateway Terminal is joining another logistic company, SMSA, who entered the Bangladeshi market in 2020 to build a franchise with their counterpart, TAS Group, to perform local and international logistics services. I also want to thank you, Madam Prime Minister, for agreeing to allocate a parcel of land around the terminal, around the port. And I want to mention here that what we hope is to work with you, including our own Special Economic Zone Authority, to create a free trading zone, a Special Economic Zone for value-add manufacturing, for forward placement of strategic materials in Bangladesh, not only to supply the critical commodities like chemicals, fertilizers, fuels, and other Saudi exports for the market in Bangladesh, but we hope to make it a hub to meet other regional markets around the Bay of Bengal. Talking also about logistics, we're happy that our upcoming airline company, Flynas, has started operating 3 direct flights to Bangladesh, and last Hajj season they carried 20,000 pilgrims, with a target of increasing that by at least 20% this next Hajj season. Madam Prime Minister, I'm proud of many things, alhamdulillah, in our great country and its transformation under our visionary leader, Prime Minister, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, moving rapidly towards realizing Vision 2030 ahead of plan and ahead of schedule. But one of the pillars of Vision 2030 is enabling our private sector. And I'm proud of that private sector. I'm proud of the companies that have chosen to join the delegation with us and enforce, as I mentioned. And I want to say to you and to your government that these companies can bring with them a strong and proven track record, proven set of capabilities and assets, and inshallah will help you grow bigger, faster, and become, inshallah, quickly a middle income country for you and for the people of Bangladesh. These companies include Al Jumeirah Energy and Water Company, a company that has been active in the kingdom for many, many decades, and the reason I mentioned them first is not only because we're proud of them, but also they were one of the first investors in Bangladesh. They have 3 PPP deals here in Bangladesh. But we also have our most admired new national champion, Aqua Power, which is also bullish on Bangladesh and has taken, and Marco is the new CEO, he's here. He's a global leader in this field that has also taken a bet on the kingdom and Aqua, and combined between him and Aqua, they're taking a bet on Bangladesh. So what they're bringing is 3 separate IPPs that are negotiating and developing, and I understand is a minimum $1.5 billion of projects in clean energy will be developed that will not only reduce emissions, help you meet your climate change commitments, but I believe they will play a big role also in helping the balance of payment as they will displace a lot of liquid burning and high carbon emissions as well. Vision Invest, which is another ambitious company, has one of its subsidiaries, DataVolt, and Mr. Riyad Al-Amri is executive of DataVolt, but he's also volunteered to bring his energy and global experience and passion to co-chair the Saudi-Bangladesh Business Council. But they're also bringing a very innovative and ambitious project in data centers, cloud computing, and AI to Bangladesh, which, as you have been indicating to us and to others, is the new frontier that Bangladesh, inshallah, will lead also with the human resources. Your young, tech-savvy population will help us make this a very good investment. We believe the initial investment from this data will exceed $100 million in the first phase. And based on that success, more and more to come from DataVolt, but I'm sure others will emulate them as well. We also have other globally leading tech companies with us, including Ilm and NTG. I would also say that in food and food processing and agriculture, we have companies with us that I think will help add value to your agricultural production, but also in agriculture improve yields and again contribute significantly to your balance of payment. One of those companies is Saffola. In healthcare, we have InterHealth, which has been investing around the world in operating hospitals and different arrangements with host governments. And these are just samples of the companies we have with us. Honorable Prime Minister, as I mentioned, one of the anchors of important bridges between us is the great people of Bangladesh. Your dedicated, loyal, talented, hard-working workforce is a big reason why Saudi Arabia is growing, advancing. We don't take them literally, and we don't take them for granted. We honor them for what they do to the kingdom. We honor them for what they do to their families, because they are living away from their families and sending their hard-earned income to their families. And we want to make sure that we continue to grow the number, the quality of jobs, the skills, and the compensation and remuneration of the great people of Bangladesh. And that's why we brought with us also a number of human resource companies, including ARCO and Mahara, who are looking to recruit more from Bangladesh. But as I mentioned, we'd love to see more working on high-end jobs in the kingdom, including healthcare, including technology, including hospitality and tourism, including energy and so on and so forth, which is good for the people, good for Saudi Arabia, and good for Bangladesh. I'm going to wrap up by simply saying that this delegation, they have been working 24/7 since they arrived. I don't think they slept last night, because so many opportunities started surfacing that many of them will materialize into investments in Bangladesh. I want to extend an invitation to the private sector from Bangladesh to also come to Saudi Arabia and discover what Vision 2030. We will make sure that Saudi Arabia is as open for you as you have made Bangladesh very, very open for us. So for our brothers and sisters from Bangladesh, please come and join us. Also, there will be almost an endless number of contracting opportunities as the kingdom builds and spends over $3 trillion on investment. All of that will ultimately translate into construction contracts, into building materials, into material supply. So we will make sure we quickly qualify your companies to be able to participate in this investment boom and this building. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, I want to stress that today's crucial agreement for Red Sea Gateway is, of course, fully aligned with both our country's strategic priorities, for we firmly believe our journey is one that does not only affect us, it is one that we hope can bring benefits and opportunities to our close friends and partners, of which Bangladesh is on the top. And in closing, let me once again express our appreciation to our patron, Her Excellency, the Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, not only for gracing this event with her personal presence, but as I mentioned, for sponsoring it from when it was an idea and pushing it through the system throughout in a very accelerated way, and setting a precedent with awarding this very important concession to the Saudi champion and global port operation and logistic, our Red Sea gate. So we'll be ever thankful for you, Honorable Prime Minister, and we congratulate you again for your successes. And if I may extend a bit outside my realm and congratulate the people of Bangladesh for having such a visionary and wise leader in yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's wonderful.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
It's very important for us.
May I humbly request Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina, Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh, to deliver a speech.
ধন্যবাদ। বিসমিল্লাহির রহমানির রহিম। সৌদি আরবের মাননীয় বিনিয়োগ বিষয়ক মন্ত্রী জনাব খালিদ আল ফালি এবং বাংলাদেশেও আমাদের যারা সহকর্মী এখানে আছেন, সৌদি আরবের বাণিজ্য প্রতিনিধি দলের সদস্যবৃন্দ এবং বাংলাদেশের ব্যবসায়ী বেসরকারি ব্যবসায়ী প্রতিনিধিবৃন্দ এবং সকল অতিথিবৃন্দ, উপস্থিত সুধীমণ্ডলী, আসসালামু আলাইকুম ওয়া রাহমাতুল্লাহি ওয়া বারাকাতুহু। আজকে আমরা সত্যি খুব আনন্দিত যে আজ আমরা সরকারি বেসরকারি অংশীদারিত্ব ও G2G ভিত্তিতে সৌদি সরকার মনোনীত বেসরকারি গ্লোবাল অপারেটর RSGTI এবং চট্টগ্রাম বন্দর কর্তৃপক্ষের মধ্যে পতেঙ্গা কন্টেইনার টার্মিনাল পরিচালনার জন্য কনসেশন চুক্তি স্বাক্ষর করতে যাচ্ছি। এই প্রকল্পটি বাংলাদেশ এবং সৌদি আরবের মধ্যে একটা শক্তিশালী টেকসই অংশীদারিত্বের দৃষ্টান্ত হয়ে থাকবে। এই কনসেশন চুক্তি অর্থনৈতিক সহযোগিতা ও সমৃদ্ধির জন্য আমাদের দুই দেশের যৌথ দৃষ্টিভঙ্গি এবং অটল অঙ্গীকার এবং বন্ধুত্বপূর্ণ সম্পর্কের উদাহরণ। দ্বিপাক্ষিক সম্পর্ক বিশেষ করে ব্যবসা বাণিজ্যের ক্ষেত্রে আরও জোরদার হবে। চট্টগ্রাম বন্দর কর্তৃপক্ষের পতেঙ্গা কন্টেইনার টার্মিনাল প্রকল্পটি বাংলাদেশের অর্থনৈতিক উন্নয়নের আশার বাতিঘর। স্বয়ংসম্পূর্ণ এই আধুনিক টার্মিনালটি আমাদের বন্দরের সক্ষমতা আরও বৃদ্ধি করবে, সেই সাথে সাথে নিরবিচ্ছিন্ন বাণিজ্য সহজতর করবে, কর্মসংস্থান সৃষ্টি হবে, নতুন উদ্যোক্তা সৃষ্টিরও পথ সুগম করবে এবং এটা শুধু বাংলাদেশের জন্য না, আমাদের আঞ্চলিক ব্যবসা বাণিজ্য, যেমন আমাদের আশেপাশের দেশ নেপাল, ভুটান, ভারত থেকে শুরু করে বিভিন্ন অঞ্চল, এগুলির সঙ্গেও তাদেরও ব্যবসা বাণিজ্যের একটা সুযোগ সৃষ্টি করে দেবে। বিশ্ব বাণিজ্যের প্রবেশদ্বার হিসেবে কাজ করবে এবং আমাদের ব্যবসা বাণিজ্য সম্প্রসারণ, বিশ্বের সঙ্গে সংযোগ স্থাপনের নতুন সুযোগ উন্মুক্ত করবে। সৌদি আরব এবং বাংলাদেশের বন্ধু প্রতিম একটি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ উন্নয়ন অংশীদার। বাংলাদেশের জনগণের এই দেশটির প্রতি গভীর শ্রদ্ধা এবং আস্থা রয়েছে এবং আমরা সৌদি আরবকে সবসময় আমাদের হৃদয়ে ধারণ করি এবং আমাদের খুব আপনজন বলে আমরা মনে করি। রোড সি গেটওয়ে টার্মিনাল ইন্টারন্যাশনাল সৌদি সরকার মনোনীত একটি স্বনামধন্য গ্লোবাল টার্মিনাল অপারেটর। এই টার্মিনাল অপারেটরকে পতেঙ্গা কন্টেইনার টার্মিনাল পরিচালনায় মনোনীত করার জন্য আমি সৌদি সরকারকে আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ ও অভিনন্দন জানাই এবং সৌদি সরকারের উদ্যোগ নিঃসন্দেহে বাংলাদেশের চলমান উন্নয়ন ও অর্থনৈতিক সম্ভাবনার স্বীকৃতি। এবং মাননীয় মন্ত্রী আজকে নিজে সরাসরি উপস্থিত হয়েছেন এবং সেই সঙ্গে তার বেসরকারি খাতের যেসব ব্যবসায়ীদের সঙ্গে নিয়ে এসেছেন, তার জন্য আমি আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি। কারণ এটাও আমাদের জন্য একটা বড় সুযোগ, আমাদের বিশেষ করে বাঙালি ব্যবসায়ীদের জন্য। তারা এখানে পার্টনার খুঁজে নিতে পারবেন, ব্যবসা বাণিজ্য সম্প্রসারণ করার সুযোগ পাবেন। সৌদি সরকারের এই উদ্যোগ আমি আবারও সাধুবাদ জানাই। আর RSGTI আগামী 22 বছরের জন্য পতেঙ্গা কন্টেইনার টার্মিনালটি পরিচালনা করবে। RSGTI যে সুনামের সঙ্গে জেদ্দা পোর্ট টার্মিনাল সহ অন্যান্য টার্মিনাল পরিচালনা করছে, তাদের সেই যে দক্ষতা, প্রযুক্তি জ্ঞান এবং তাদের কর্মপদ্ধতি। এর মাধ্যমে আমাদের পতেঙ্গা কন্টেইনার টার্মিনালটি পরিচালনা করবে, যা আমাদের দেশের জন্য একটা নতুন দুয়ার উন্মুক্ত করবে। আমাদের দেশের লোকরাও প্রশিক্ষিত হবে। চট্টগ্রাম বন্দরের কার্যক্রম পরিচালনার দক্ষতা বৃদ্ধি পাবে, আন্তর্জাতিক পর্যায়ে উন্নীত হবে। ফলে দেশের আমদানি রপ্তানি ব্যয় উল্লেখযোগ্যভাবে হ্রাসের মাধ্যমে আমাদের অর্থনীতি আরও লাভবান হবে। আমরা আজ সেই কনসেশন চুক্তি স্বাক্ষর প্রত্যক্ষ করছি এবং আমরা এমন একটি ভবিষ্যতের অপেক্ষায় আছি যেখানে পতেঙ্গা কন্টেইনার টার্মিনাল বাংলাদেশের অর্থনৈতিক প্রবৃদ্ধি সমৃদ্ধির একটি চালিকা শক্তি ভবিষ্যতে হয়ে উঠবে। আর সৌদি আরবের এই ইনভেস্টমেন্টের পর আমি মনে করি আরও অনেক নতুন ইনভেস্টমেন্ট আসবে। বাংলাদেশের যে ভৌগোলিক অবস্থান, জাতি, আমাদের মহান নেতা জাতিপিতা বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমান বলতেন যে বাংলাদেশকে তিনি গড়ে তুলবেন পাশ্চাত্য প্রাচ্যের সেতুবন্ধ হিসেবে, এবং আমাদের ভৌগোলিক অবস্থানটা কিন্তু সেই জায়গায়। কাজে সেদিক থেকে আমরা যথেষ্ট অগ্রগতি লাভ করতে পারবো আর্থসামাজিক উন্নয়নের ক্ষেত্রে। বাংলাদেশ সরকার ও জনগণের প্রতি আস্থা ও সহযোগিতার জন্য আমি সৌদি সরকারের প্রতি গভীর কৃতজ্ঞতা জ্ঞাপন করছি, এবং বিশেষ করে আমাদের কাস্টোডিয়ান অফ টু হলি মস্ক সৌদি বাদশাহ মহামান্য সালমান বিন আব্দুল আজিজ আল সৌদ এবং যুবরাজ মহামান্য মোহাম্মদ বিন সালমানের প্রতি আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ জানাই, কৃতজ্ঞতা জানাই। এই প্রকল্প বাস্তবায়নে অকুণ্ঠ সমর্থনের জন্য আরও ধন্যবাদ জানাই মাননীয় সৌদি বিনিয়োগ মন্ত্রী এবং আপনার প্রতিনিধি দলকে। বাংলাদেশের অর্থনৈতিক উন্নয়নে আপনাদের সকলের অঙ্গীকার গভীর কৃতজ্ঞতার সঙ্গে স্মরণ করছি। আমি পাশাপাশি নৌ পরিবহন মন্ত্রণালয়, পিপিপি কর্তৃপক্ষ, প্রধানমন্ত্রীর কার্যালয়, চট্টগ্রাম বন্দর কর্তৃপক্ষ এবং রেড সি গেটওয়ে টার্মিনাল কর্তৃপক্ষকে সাধুবাদ জানাই, যাদের নিরলস প্রচেষ্টায় এই যুগান্তকারী চুক্তি সম্পাদন পর্যায়ে আনা সম্ভব হয়েছে এবং দিনরাত সকলে পরিশ্রম করেছে, যেটা আমি জানি, সেই জন্য বিশেষ করে ধন্যবাদ। আমি আশা করি এই চুক্তি বাংলাদেশ সৌদি বিনিয়োগ উত্তরোত্তর বৃদ্ধিতে সহায়তা করবে এবং সেই সাথে আমরা আমাদের অনেক লোক সেখানে কাজ করে। আমরা এখন উদ্যোগ নিয়েছি আমাদের এই দক্ষ জনশক্তি গড়ে তোলার জন্য ইতিমধ্যে ট্রেনিংয়ের ব্যবস্থা করছি, এবং আমি মনে করি যে এটা আমাদের দেশের জন্য এবং বিনিয়োগের জন্য একটা বিরাট সুযোগ এনে দেবে। আর যেহেতু সৌদি আরব এখানে বিনিয়োগ করলো, এটা বিশ্বেও আমার মনে হয় আমাদের বাংলাদেশের ভাবমূর্তি আরও উজ্জ্বল করবে। সেটা আবার আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাই এবং সকলকে আপনাদের আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি। আর আমাদের দুই দেশের অ্যাম্বাসেডার দুইজনই অত্যন্ত দক্ষতার সাথে কাজ করেছেন, সেই জন্য আপনাদের দুজনকে আমার আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ। সৌদি অ্যাম্বাসেডার বাংলাদেশে আর বাংলাদেশের অ্যাম্বাসেডার সৌদি আরবে, দুজনকে আমি আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ জানাই। আমি আর সময় না নিয়ে সবাইকে আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি। আজকে সত্যি আমাদের জন্য একটা মানে আনন্দের দিন। আপনাদের সবাইকে ধন্যবাদ। সবাই ভালো থাকেন, সুস্থ থাকেন। জয় বাংলা, জয় বঙ্গবন্ধু। বাংলাদেশ চিরজীবী হোক। সৌদি বাংলাদেশ সম্পর্ক দীর্ঘজীবী হোক।
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. Distinguished guests, now I would like to request Chairman Chittagong Port Authority of Bangladesh, Rear Admiral Mohammad Sohail, and Mr. James Flaw, Director, Red Sea Gateway Terminal International, to kindly come to the signing table to sign and exchange the concession agreement for the operation of Potenga Container Terminal. It is to mention that the Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh and the Honorable Investment Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia will witness the agreement signing. May I humbly request the Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh and the Honorable Investment Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to come near the signing table for the agreement signing.
Very much for entrusting us.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's good to have one
Yes.
line. Congratulations, Madam Prime Minister. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Honorable Investment Minister of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and distinguished presence for joining the occasion. With this, we end our program here. Thank you all. Joy Bangla.